Hello YouTube, Drag Racing Duelist here. Tonight I'm going to bring you guys a discussion on generic rank 4 XYZ monsters. And what I mean by generic is they only require 2 level 4 monsters. They don't have special requirements like 2 level 4 water monsters or 2 level 4 6 samurai monsters or something like that. So I'll go through each one. I am missing 3 or 4, but I have almost all of them. So I'll go through each one, explain why it's good and why it's not good. We'll start with the original, Utopia. Everyone knows Utopia is pretty good. 2500 attack, 2000 defense. Once per turn when an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can detach a material from it and negate the attack. He's more or less a staple in most decks. Wind Up Zen Maester, 1900 attack, 1500 defense. This card gains 300 attack for each material attached to it. Once per turn, you can detach a material, target one face-up monster you control, change it to face-down defense position, and during the end phase, change it to face-up attack position. So it's good in flip effect decks, because you can abuse the flip effects. I mean, I play one in my Evol deck, but that's really the only deck that plays it. Gravekeepers and stuff can play it too, because they have flip effects, and Worms, or anything that's a flip effect, but mostly it's pretty much useless. Maestroke, the Symphony de Jin. He is one of the best rank 4s, or she. 1800 attack, 2300 defense. Once per turn, you can detach one XYZ material from this card to target one attack position monster your opponent controls. Change it to face-down defense position. If a face-up Djinn monster you control would be destroyed, you can detach a material from that monster instead. So, something like your opponent has Dark Arm Dragon. Detach a material, change it to face-down defense, and just attack over it. Or it can protect itself. It's just a really good, solid rank 4. Photon Philoperative, or Butterfly, whatever you want to call it. 2100 attack, 1800 defense. Once per turn, you can detach a material from this card to target one defense position card on the field. Change it to face-up attack position. If you do, it loses 600 attack. It's used in wind-ups. It's used in a lot of decks that can abuse those flip effects. And Gemnite Pearl, he's just a simple 2600 beater. That's basically all he's good for. Gagagigo the Risen, he is 2950 attack. The only downside is he takes 3 monsters. So he would be really good if he only took 2, but he takes 3, so he's not really worth it. Number 91, Thunder Spark Dragon. I actually really like this card, but haven't found much of a use for it. It takes 3 monsters as well. Once per turn, you can activate one of these effects. Detach one material from this card. Destroy all other face-up monsters on the field. Or actually, you detach all 3, not 1. Or you can detach 5 materials from this card. Destroy all cards your opponent controls. They must be coming up with cards to add more materials, because he only takes 3 to summon. So I don't know how you can use this second effect yet. Abyss Dweller. Well, this card has XYZ material that was originally water monsters. All water monsters you control gain 500 attack. Once per turn during either player's turn, you can detach one material from this card. Any card effect that activates on your opponent's graveyard cannot be activated this turn. Destroys Dark Worlds. Destroys Mermails. Poops on a Sangin. You just destroy the Sangin, and then you activate its effect. Or if you can just activate its effect, and then destroy the Sangin. Sangin's going to not do anything, so it's a really good card. Gagaga Cowboy. 1500 attack, 2400 defense. Once per turn, you can detach one material from this card. Apply this effect based on the card's position. If it's in attack position, if it attacks an opponent's monster this turn, it gains 1000 attack, and the monster it is attacking loses 500 attack during the damage step only. If it's in defense position, you inflict 800 damage to your opponent. I guess this card actually was played a lot in YCS Seattle during time. People would just put in defense position and start burning their opponent. And it's 2400 defense, not the easiest thing to get over. So a lot of people won that way, and a lot of people were pissed about it, I guess. Shockmaster. Everyone knows Shockmaster. 3 level 4s. Once per turn, you can detach a material. Declare one card type, monster, spell, or trap, and those cards cannot be activated. Or if monsters, their effects cannot be activated to the end of your opponent's next turn. He's really, really good. There was a reason this card was like $70 until it got reprinted. But it's just really good. Number 32, Shark Drake. He takes 3 level 4s, and his effect sucks, so nobody plays him. Once per turn, when this attacking card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can detach 1 material from this card, special summon the destroyed monster to your opponent's side of the field. It loses 1,000 attack, and this card can attack again. I guess you could feasibly use it to just do damage, but that's really about it. Its effect isn't really that good. Number 50, Black Ship of Corn. This card is bound to become a staple rank 4. Once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card, target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls with an attack less than or equal to this card, and send it to the graveyard. And if you do, inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent. And this card cannot attack for that turn. But the beauty of it is, it says send. It doesn't say destroy. So they have Zen mains. Just bring this guy out, send it to the graveyard. They have a Spirit Reaper, a Marshmallow, anything that you might have a problem getting rid of. Bam, to the graveyard. It doesn't destroy it, so it's really good. The last one I'm going to talk about is Kachikochi Dragon. Once per turn, when this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can detach 1 material from this card, and you can attack once again that battle phase. 2,100 attack, 1,300 defense. It's a pretty good card. It's Blade Armor Ninja Light for any deck. It doesn't require